Alright, so I'm at a fucking gas station, some truck stop in the middle of Herman right now. Absolute middle of fucking nowhere. I just asked 3 truckers and a couple overweight women for a ride, and I didn't get any results. I'm gonna stick around here for a little while, see if I can get any kind of results, and see if I can get my ass to Portland by the end of the day. I'm really just standing here like a fucking hobo. And if I stand near this fucking industrial dumpster long enough, I'll probably start smelling like one too. And if worse comes to worse, we can always just go on the freeway with this thing, see what we can get happen for us. Alright, so the truck stop was a bust. Talked to probably another 10, 15 handful odd people, had no results, so I'm just down the road. Gas station's just yonder. Got all my shit right here. Just gonna stick the thumb out for a little bit. It's my first time trying this, but I figured I'd at least go out of my normal routine a little bit. I've been an unemployed bum for the last few weeks, trying to wait for this trip to happen and for all my shit to get here, so I figure this beats laying around in the old bedroom consuming media, but who knows, we'll find out, I guess. Alright, I've been standing on this little strip of tar just waiting for somebody to come for the last like 20 minutes. Not a whole lot of luck. I've just been fucking standing in front of this water tower praying to God it doesn't break on me. What do you know? Guy in a nice car just peeped at me. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna head back over to the gas station. Maybe I can get some more pedestrians, wanderers, walkers to notice me. Huh. Guy's got wolves on his truck. There's a bus full of Canadians over there, just kind of looking at me funny. I walked back to the gas station, been here another 5 minutes or something. Nothing seems to be biting, but I'm sure if I just wait it out, I can get something out of it. And what do you know, that whimsical old man was right. Alright, so that guy who just picked me up, I used to work at fucking Walmart with him. He worked in the deli and I used to buy chicken from him. What a fucking small world. But he brought me out to Pittsfield, where I'm at Irving right now. Just see what we can do for ourselves here. God damn, what a coincidence. I'm not over that though. Hey, it's the same bus of Canadians from before. Going on their all-American tour of every gas station in the country. That's exciting. Stuck it out in Wendy's for a little bit just to not get drenched and to rest a little bit, but I got kind of tired of that, and I want to try and hit Portland by end of today, so I got quite a road ahead of me. Also, at this Irving, I was just out there with my fucking thumb out and shit, right? And like, this random like lady with like a thick Asian accent starts just yelling at me through like the PA speakers. It's so fucking confusing. I had no clue that gas stations even had those things.
Now he has a mustache, or a beard, but he used to always have a Salvador Dali mustache and a little thing right here.
They're real anal about having no scooters. God damn, they don't like their fucking wheels either.
What's up here?
I leave this place. You stay at Harvard for too long, eventually you end up on an island, fucking kids. Alright, made it back to the treehouse, made it back to home base, and I guess I'll tell the story of how I even got myself into Cambridge. So, I was down in Portland earlier this morning, and I got a ride from one dude. He was like some animator. He worked on like Comedy Central shorts and like Nickelodeon cartoons from like Los Angeles. And so that guy drops me off at another Irving, and things weren't looking too good at that Irving, but I was right at the turnout onto the I-95 turnpike, and this woman was waiting for traffic, and she was driving a minivan, and her middle window was rolled down. And so I asked her for a ride, and she seemed a little hesitant at first, but she actually ended up letting me in, and I was like, "Where are you going?" And she said, "New Hampshire." And I was like, "Alright, sweet, we're getting out of the state for today." And she drives me down to New Hampshire, we get to talking, and her boyfriend, or her husband, had just gotten divorced recently, and basically she lived in like Scarborough, Maine, and her husband lived in Cambridge, or her ex-husband still lived in Cambridge. And what they do is they would like swap the kids like once every 2 weeks or something, and they'd spend like a weekend down in Cambridge. And that's exactly what they were doing right here. The dad was coming up and the mom was coming down at the meeting point, which was New Hampshire. And so we meet at a liquor store of all fucking places, because they both like to buy alcohol there or whatever, and New Hampshire has no alcohol tax. And I gotta say, that liquor store was one of the most packed liquor stores I have seen in my entire life. Holy shit. I don't know what the fucking big deal is. I mean, you're only losing out on like 5-6% tax, but whatever. And so when we get to the liquor store, the ex-husband, picks me up at the liquor store and brings me all the way down to Massachusetts. And, you know, now I'm in a fucking treehouse. Hobo life has been upgraded a little bit, I guess. Anyways, I'm thirsty as hell. I'm probably gonna annihilate my water bladder here, and probably call it a night. Alright, so here's the setup for this morning. Right next here to this lawyer's kid's playset. I'm probably gonna take the bridge over to Boston in a few minutes and try and see if I can get on Interstate 90 and make my way to New York. It's about 8 a.m. so I got the entire day ahead of me. Let's see how this goes. Heavy ass bag which sores my back. The one thing that I fucking forgot was an actual charging port. So I had to just go down to the convenience store down the street and get one. I don't know how the fuck I forgot that of all things, but hey, you live with it. Oh yeah, also one of my battery packs died, which is what made me realize that apparently they're like solar power, so I just put my dead one up on this carabiner, and we'll see if the sun does the work for us. Just walking through Harvard for hopefully the last time. Walking through all these buildings I can't fucking name. Yeah, Harvard's pretty fucking lame, not gonna lie. Hey look, they put a big towel over that one. Look at this shit. They taxidermied all their meals. Fucking Science Drive. So on Google Maps, I thought this on-ramp to I-90 was a pretty good spot, right? And I noticed these black splotches here on maps. And I was like, shit, I hope that's just pavement. Nope, it's elevated pavement, so no one can even fucking stop for me. And you know why this elevated pavement is here? For the fucking bikers, of course. Motherfuckers. Motherfucking cyclists. Fucking God, and the bike lane just continues and continues and continues. I mean, shit, it continues off frame. Why do cities do this? So, I walked, and the bus lane, or the bike lane, so I did a little bit more walking, and the bike lane didn't end, so this is probably gonna be a while before I get out of here. Alright, so this is definitely gonna be the hardest spot so far to get a ride. I've been on this road going up and down for like probably an hour and a half now or something. I've had no luck. So I think I'm just gonna go back to my original spot where I recorded this earlier and just go there, because there's way more fucking cars there than there was up those streets. Yeah, man. People in Boston are not that nice. So I'm in the bathroom of a Dunkin' Donuts right now, somewhere in Rhode Island. I got a ride out of Boston from this biochemical engineer and this guy who worked in like a women's charity. And they brought me like a couple dozen miles south, and then they brought me to a Shell. And from the Shell, this guy picked me up who was like, he coded for, what was the website? TripAdvisor. Yeah, he used to code for TripAdvisor. He does code for TripAdvisor. And I talked to that guy. He bought me fucking Burger King, and he gave me all of this cash. He gave me $200 fucking just cause. So now I'm in I'm a little bit outside of Providence, Rhode Island, I think. So we'll see if we can get to Connecticut next. All right, we made it to Connecticut. So the lady who brought me to Connecticut was this kind of crystal type girl. She had like crystals in her car, and she vaped, and she was selling, or she used to sell mushrooms. She was like a microologist, whatever fucking word she used. She really likes to get high on mushrooms. I don't know what to fucking say. I'm taking that dog over there. That dog's mine. Why'd they put you on this leash here? That's fucked up, man. I gotta go back to being a hobo. Yo, Dan Bilzerian just pulled by. Life must not be going good for the poker lord. He was driving around in a Camry. Yo, Quentin Tarantino drives a minivan? Shit, has not been paying the bills the same way since he stopped making movies, I guess. I think I'm just gonna move locations real quick. I wanna get in on a little bit of this off-ramp action. Some more cars will probably come through here, then from over there. So I made it out of that awful gas station fiasco, and now I'm in New London, which is like 20 miles from where I was before. Just some fucking nothing white trash New England town, but whatever. I want to see if I can get a ride. I'll try for another hour or two till sunrise, but if that doesn't work, probably just pitch a tent here. Well, I'm stuck in New London, at least for the night. I did book a ferry tomorrow to go to Long Island, so I'll probably find a place to crash here, get a good night's sleep, and wake up for that if my bank doesn't flag it. Alright. Right next to these lobster cages is where I had my first night properly stealth camping. Honestly, pretty good enclosure. Right here, you can see the railroad tracks and the road in the distance. I think I found a pretty decent spot. I think this might be city land or private land, I don't know. I don't give a fuck either. Now time for the live reaction of whether or not the bank flagged my ferry ticket to Long Island. Oh, holy shit. I don't think it did. I don't think it did get flagged. Alright, shit. Well, let's see if we can get to this ferry. So I met this guy named Bill and his wiener dog, and he said he would bring me to Greenpoint, Long Island, where I can catch a train that's gonna leave to Penn Station. Let's see how this works out. So, Bill just drove up to this fucking huge estate, an enormous iron gate. There are turkeys and deers here, and I'm in here with Steve. He's picking something up, and then after this, I'm getting dropped off at a train station. Alright, we are at Greenport. I've been dropped off. Bill ended up dropping me off here, just a little bit down the road, and I gotta say, probably the most interesting ride I've had so far. He told me on the day of 9/11 he was at the bottom of the World Trade Centers arguing with some union guys over who was gonna unload his truck. Then he saw people jump from the towers, he saw both planes go in, and he just had a complete nervous breakdown. He is still a firefighter, and I guess after that he just changed his entire life. So he also told me he works for NOAA. And he also works for the Department of Defense. He retrieves underwater drones, which have radar detectors on them to detect ships passing through American waters. So, pretty badass guy, I'd say. I'm sitting in Times Square right now. I could not find anywhere to camp last night, so I ended up just bumming it in LaGuardia International Airport. Honestly, I've had worse sleeps. It beats the lobster cages, I guess. I was a little worried about getting kicked out, but then I realized there were like 10 other people doing the exact same thing. I think all of those guys had flights or whatever, but I got a bus to DC that's coming here in like an hour and a half, and until then I'm just kind of dicking around in Times Square slash Midtown slash West 33rd Street, whatever the fuck you call places in this city. Too many names.
See how the traffic goes. Hopefully I can bring that down a little bit depending on the traffic heading south. Just want to point out the amenities on the bus. I have Wi-Fi on the bus. Just simply look for Gunther 599 underscore Wi-Fi on your portable device. No password required. You will be hooked up instantly to the internet. There's electrical outlets that are located right smack in the middle of all the seats except for the last 4 rows. You'll find those on the floor by the heater. There's a bathroom in the far left-hand corner of the bus. Feel free to use that. We're riding pretty light today. There's only 10 passengers, so again, feel free to stretch out. And again, next stop will be Union Station. Thank you for riding Washington Deluxe.
Just got to Union Station in Washington. Gotta say, this place is a lot fucking calmer than New York ever was. Yeah, I gotta say, I expected the Capitol building to have more guys with big guns. There you go. Joe Biden's crib right there. Alright, just got off the metro line. We got Ronald Reagan International Airport over there. We're gonna see if we can bum ourselves in there again, just like we did last night in LaGuardia. Hopefully this goes as well as last time. Oh yeah, I don't even know if I mentioned this, but at some point I got a new bag. When I was in Portland, I was staying with one of my friends, and he just gave me a duffel bag for my sleeping bag, which is pretty convenient. Really helped offset the weight on my back.
Due to increased TSA security measures, only ticketed passengers are permitted beyond the security checkpoint. Thank you for your cooperation.
Alright, so I'm in Reagan Airport right now, right? And I forgot to pack toilet paper. But I have this wall charger case that I got back in Cambridge.